Hello one and all, my name is Ryan Bruce, my friends call me Fluff, and today on Wrist Beards and Gear, we check out my new LCD-2 planar magnet headphones from Audeze. I get asked all the time, hey Fluff, if you had to mix on headphones only, what would you mix on? And that answer is always tough because obviously mixing is so subjective. Gear is so subjective. Everything in this world is subjective. However, Audeze headphones have always been kind of, I don't know, a mythological creature for me personally, as I have had limited access and have only really tried just a handful of models. I've owned one pair, but I don't think they were as good as these LCD-2 headphones that we will be checking out today. And before we go any further, this video is brought to you by the fine folks over at Sweetwater, who have everything you need for any need regarding headphones or any other gear that you could possibly think of. Creators, drummers, video guys, audio guys, they got everything you need. I will link down below in the description if you'd like to know more about anything you see in this video. All thoughts and opinions are still mine. So when you look at anything from Audeze, you immediately notice the design is extremely modern with a retro touch. These are incredible, but they are also incredible looking, and they are really an exercise in design and functionality, meeting and at the crossroads and just becoming best friends. These headphones are a planar magnet design, which we will talk more about in just a second. They have big, thick ear pads, and my needs for a headphone is to mix on. Now, the situations where I need to mix on headphones, A, when I'm traveling, but B, when I'm doing mix revisions with someone across the other side of the planet and I need to be in here doing mix revisions live via audio movers when they're listening in on what I'm doing and we're working together at 7 o'clock in the morning, I don't need to be blasting my monitors. To that end, I actually need a fairly accurate headphone to replicate what I would normally hear on my big monitors when my lady's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up. Do not wake up the wife, guys. Bad idea. So the LCD-2 open back headphones are an over-the-ear planar magnet design, and these particular ones have a paddock wood shells for aesthetic reasons. They don't add anything sonically. However, they do look very, very nice. Now, these are made in Audeze's Southern California factory, and they feature 106 millimeter planar magnet drivers with phaser waveguides for improved phase response and ultra low distortion. These are gonna be basically optimized to sound as deep and as wide as absolutely possible without any audible distortion. These are incredibly clean headphones, which is why they're pretty popular in the hi-fi circles. Now, these headphones, like most Audeze headphones, are pretty hefty in weight. Now, I used to own a pair of LCD-X's, and those were 1.5 pounds. The LCD-2s are 1.31 pounds, which are they still are hefty boys. However, I found with these in particular, if I just watch my posture when I'm mixing, I'm fine. My neck is fine, and my neck doesn't really get that tired. However, if I'm doing the classic leaning over and looking at the screen for too long, these will let you know that you are incorrectly leaning forward because, boy, your neck will hate you. Now, the LCD-2s also come with their own road case, their flight case, their travel case that these rest in, along with their certificate of authenticity, and the end of the cable actually uses a multi-pin connector, similar in size to an XLR cable, to kind of use your adapters to what you want to connect to, whether that is an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, or what have you. Pretty cool. So now let's go ahead and dive into Pro Tools. I'm going to tweak an existing mix, Resider's Gas Fight that I recently mixed and that recently came out. I will link down below in the description if you'd like to go hear the original mix. However, I'm going to tweak that mix according to what I'm hearing in the LCD-2s, and then we're going to A/B those mixes to give you an idea of how different these are from my $10,000 Ex Machina Pulsar monitors. Say that 5 times fast. So let's go ahead, jump into a mix. Let's tweak the mix a little bit, and then we will listen to what we have. Okay, so I just got done remixing Resider's Gas Fight track with the Audeze LCD-2s. And I didn't do a whole lot. However, there were some areas that I thought needed some more attention. I ended up turning up the snare, based on what I'm hearing in my headphones. I actually kind of messed with the guitars a little bit. I thought they sounded kind of muddy in my headphones. I thought the octave guitars were a little bit muddy. I mean, they're an octave down, they're gonna be muddy, but I thought they could have a little bit more clarity. I actually boosted the top end a little bit more by about 1.5 dB. This was more like here in my original mix. I thought it could use more top end. The second thing I did was EQ the bass a little differently, based again on what I'm hearing in my headphones. I thought it needed a little bit more mids. I thought it was a little scooped sounding in my cans. I also added a little bit more top end, and I actually added a little bit more low end. I just thought it kind of needed it a little bit. Here's how it sounds. As far as the global stuff, I actually tweaked this a little bit, and I have some dynamic EQ on the low mids here. I don't know, I'm still deciding whether these should be shifted down a little bit. This is what this breakdown section sounds like.
What you preach, practice what you preach.
It's just a lot going on there. Interestingly enough, with the cans on, I didn't feel like I needed to do anything with the vocal. The vocal sounds fantastic in the headphones. So that kind of illustrates the differences and the not differences between my main monitors and kind of where the top end and upper mids are sitting with the LCD-2s. So what do I think? These are incredible headphones. Sonically speaking, these have a better low-end extension than the LCD-Xs that I used to own a few years ago. These just sound more robust. They sound very wide and they sound very deep, much like a pair of physical monitors. I don't know how they do that. Now, sonically, there's a little bit of a dip in the upper mids. However, I didn't find that a problem because I am in a mixed context. I am not in a hi-fi listening context, okay? So that's slightly different from a lot of the videos that you will probably see if you search for these on YouTube. However, for me, translation's pretty damn good, honestly. For 995 bucks, these are not an inexpensive investment. However, they are just that. They are an investment to a profession. They are an investment to yourself and your ability to get the work done. And for that, these are incredible. I will link down below in the description if you'd like to know more about anything Audeze or our sponsor Sweetwater. And with that, you've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.